Mario 64 is one of Nintendo's classic games, one of the best of its time. But with so many new games coming out right now, is Mario 64 still worth your time and money? In this deep dive review, we'll revisit Mario 64 and find out. Let's start by examining some of the key graphics of the main character, Mario.
This is just classic, character misdesign. I'm looking at this model, and there's no way that this character can even do any of the things that we're supposed to believe that he's capable of.
You know, I'm looking at his eyes right now. They're pretty shark-like. They're pretty soulless, and I'm also noticing they're pretty crossed. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. Yeah,
Mario is
he is.
That would explain why he bought gloves with no finger holes.
Yeah, he has no neck.
It just looks like his head
he's more shaped like a beetle than a human being.
Yeah, I just gotta harp on this. I'm sorry, but they're throwing on 2D into 3D. It looks kind of tacky.
I mean, if we look at this, right? So in the game, you look at paintings.
Honestly, I don't even know what I'm looking at here, Doug. It's a painting.
Yeah, and like any painting.
What is this? This is circles and circles. I don't think they executed it well, to tell you the truth.
You know what it feels like? This is like a too many cooks in the kitchen kind of situation. I feel like everybody came to this with their own sort of pet project. They had a box they wanted to check, and it feels just like this game's got, just got PTSD, which is the thing where you have too many personalities trying to.
You think about Zelda Breath of the Wild and you compare it to this,
Jack, we've talked about graphics a lot. This is one of the key categories of any video game. What are you feeling?
Honestly, this is going to be like a 3 Nathan Drakes out of 8.
Princess Peach sends a letter to Mario saying that she's baked a cake for him and to come to the castle. Mario enters the castle and is then told by a mysterious voice that no one's home and to not come back. Mario then jumps into paintings and travels through magical worlds gathering stars and eventually encounter Bowser at the end. And upon encountering Bowser, he swings him around via his tail, blows him up on a bomb, and then rescues Princess Peach. So just right off the bat with this storyline, how realistic do you feel this storyline is? How relatable is it to your life as a human being?
Here's what I'll say. Have I received letters from women telling me that they have cake at their house and I've then gone? Yes. That part, very relatable. The whole jumping through paintings. If you jump through a painting, you ruin that painting. What do you think of Bowser as a single father?
Is he trying to kidnap the princess and marry her? Sure, but is he also trying to provide a strong maternal figure for all of his children?
Very true.
There's so much that could be unpacked there, and it's not even hard to. And they're clearly missing a lot of opportunity.
Jack, what's your score for storyline?
I'm gonna give it. Can I do like a 0.5 Uncharted? Because it's only like half. If you took Uncharted 1 and you just played the first half, that's where we're at.
Do you mean that it's half the quality of Uncharted 1, or that this story got halfway through Nathan Drake's story without then concluding
the latter?
Let's take a deep dive on the enemies now. Just kind of scrolling through these and examining.
Next. There is a certain pathos to all of the Bob-ombs. Because what do they do when they see a Mario? They explode. They kill themselves. It really paints quite the image of mental health. I mean, you just have a map swarming with suicidees. And what does it say about the culture? If we're Mario, right? We're Mario. We're fighting the mentally ill? What kind of message is that sending to our kids?
This is a thwomp.
As somebody who frequently has dreams about being crushed to death, this is one of the only enemies that actually caused me to have a visceral reaction of fear. Kudos to them for making this block feel like a tangible, a weighty source that could just crush you.
Looking at it deeper, and Francine, can you zoom in? Is he just
look
really
at those eyes.
sad? I think
he's really cross-eyed.
He has realized shortly before Mario entered the scene that he doesn't have a nose.
He's got that 1,000-yard stare. He's like, I am a physical abomination.
Yeah.
Who created me like this?
Yeah, Francine, Photoshop a nose onto him, please, for the rest of this clip.
Like a playful nose.
Yeah.
Like a Mr. Potato Head nose, not like a human. Take that one off. Take off that human nose. Put on a Mr. Potato
Francine,
Head
can we get
nose.
a real nose that makes sense, please?
You know what? Can we invert that frown to make it a smile?
Excellent.
Thank you.
This is what a thwomp could be, and instead we see him in a state of perpetual pain. Quick recap. I'm sure all of you guys remember, as you played through this game, the great soundtracks like this one. And this one. And this one. And Francine, can you play every music song from the game at once now as a bed while we discuss the music? Thank you. Jack, what do you think about music?
You know, I liked them separately, altogether. Not a huge fan.
Yeah, this is horrible.
Yeah.
Francine, stop this. Stop.
This is a cacophonous mess. They perfectly pulled in a lot of disparate elements. We hear a lot of like Gregorian chants, anthemic post-rock, asymmetric tones and stuff. I just appreciate the fact that they're willing to experiment with so much of this.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but I just feel often in the really intense emotional peaks of the game, for example, when you first see the thwomp, underscoring that should be something, you know, intense and dramatic. Like, Francine, pull up some of the music from Uncharted 4, and now pull up the thwomp footage again. That matches the tone. This is dramatic, intense, and driving, but now put back the Mario soundtrack. This is goofy.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit.
It doesn't fit. Francine, do the opposite. Show Uncharted 4 footage now.
Yeah,
and add Mario footage. Yeah, add Mario songs on it. This is ridiculous.
It doesn't really work. I'm just going to bring this up right now, that this is supposed to be a caricature of Donald Trump. You've got the orange hair.
Yeah.
You've got
you've
got the combs.
Incredibly tiny hands, like proportionately to body size.
Tiny hands.
Tiny hands.
And essentially a single father.
Did you feel, Sean, when you were playing, if you died in the game, you would die in real life?
Sure. I mean, it's definitely got that level of immersion. I think what helps is that we've all been in one of those sort of like bare knuckle knockdown drag out street fights where you have to grab your opponent by their tail, swing them
Throw
around.
them into some bombs. Yeah. I think everyone can relate to that.
Ultimately, while we appreciated Mario 64's critical examination of mental illness in the modern day, the game falls short on several key video game elements, including its convoluted storyline and graphics. That's why if you're looking to buy a game this summer, we recommend